On behalf of Watertown Area Public Schools, I'd like to welcome the veterans and their families, parents of veterans, our high school students, staff, and community members to our Veterans Day program, where we're honoring all who have served. The proper flag etiquette is for all who are able to stand, remove their hats, and face the flag and salute. To salute, all persons come to attention placing their right hand over their heart. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. At this time, please stand for the advancement of the colors and the national anthem. Thank you, choir students, for the beautiful rendition of our national anthem. I would now like to recognize our platform guests, Mr. Schuler, Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Amy Mann, and our guest speaker, Guardsman Curtis Sagstatter, currently serving in the Army National Guard. Next, I would like to welcome Lonnie Gilbert, Ella Humpkins, Emma Carver, and Lilia Larson to the podium for some introductory remarks. You may be seated at this time.
When Francis Scott Key wrote The Star-Spangled Banner almost 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. Those words are as true today as they were then. Throughout this nation's history, American soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom, aid our friends and allies, and turn back aggressors. We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to the more than 650,000 American service members who died in battle, or the 1.4 million who were wounded. We can, however, recognize and thank the 25 million veterans still living today.
The phrase inscribed on the Korean War Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. Our nation honors her sons and daughters who have answered the call to defend a country they never knew and people they never met, signifying the sacrifice of American soldiers who fought in Korea, defending a country that they were not familiar with and a population they had never met before. These words apply equally to many of our World War I, World War II, Vietnam War, Gulf War veterans as well. They apply to today's active duty service members, tomorrow's veterans, who are helping maintain peace throughout the world.
Today is our privilege to say thank you to all of America's veterans, to let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifices. The price for freedom is high. We cannot afford to forget those willing to pay for it. Today we celebrate America's veterans, especially at our local level, for keeping this nation the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Veterans Day isn't just a day for veterans, it's a day for all Americans. It's a day to remember why they were fighting and a day for all of us to begin our journey of protecting our freedom and the freedom of many future generations. At this time, Warrenton High School concert and varsity choirs under the direction of David Major will sing God Bless America.
American Legion Constitution states 10 specific purposes. We are going to recognize at least 3 of these purposes that will be evident in today's program. 1, foster and perpetuate 100% Americanism. 2, to instill a sense of individual obligation to the community, state, the nation, and Number 3, safeguard and transmit to future generations the principles of justice, freedom, and democracy. Girls and Boys State is sponsored by the American Legion. This program is offered in June and is held on college campuses. For boys, it's at St. John's University, and for girls, it's at Bethel University. The Boys and Girls State program teaches how the government works while developing leadership skills and appreciation for your rights as a citizen. Participants will run for office, learn public speaking, create and enforce laws, while actively participating in the phases of creating and running a working government. Last spring, our local American Legion Post sponsored the following girls and boys winners: Lilia Larson, Emma Kerber, and Ella Hunkins. It should be noted that Ella earned a spot as first alternate to Girls Nation, and Lonnie Gilbert, who was selected for Boys State. He was able to advance to Boys Nation in Washington, D.C. All expenses were taken care of by our American Legion Post 121. Boys and Girls State is open to high school juniors. Teachers and coaches nominate students, then are selected and offered an opportunity to participate in this important program. Please see me if you have further questions about being involved in an event like Boys and Girls State. I would also like to thank our local American Legion and Legion Auxiliary for paying for all the expenses for these student leaders to attend Boys and Girls State. The Watertown Area Public School District appreciates your dedication and donation to these future leaders. At this time, I'll welcome Lilia back.
At this time, we would like to welcome today's guest speaker, Guardsman Curtis Saxton. He is a Watertown High School alumni, class of 2017, who has given service to our country. While at Watertown Mayor High School, Curtis has participated in football and track. His favorite sports involvement was weightlifting, and his favorite extracurricular was knowledgeable. Upon graduation, Curtis attended the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. As for his military involvement, Curtis has served in Minnesota Army National Guard. He was called to service during the Minneapolis riots of 2021 and has been deployed to the southern U.S. border in support of U.S. Border Patrol. In the Army, he has served in both signal and construction engineer companies. Please welcome Curtis Stagsetter.
Good morning, Watertown Mayor students, staff, and distinguished guests. Thank you for inviting me here today. I'd like to take you through my personal experience of joining the military. Starting off in high school, the military was not on my radar at all. I remember seeing the recruiters in the hall or in the lunchroom, and like most people I knew, I would avoid eye contact at all costs. But however, from that moment on, the seed was planted. I went on to college, and after a couple of years, my brother was graduating from Marine Corps boot camp. And after watching his ceremony, I too was convinced of joining the military. I like the idea of staying close to home, where I could be closer to family and friends. That's when I decided the Army National Guard was a good option for me. I attended boot camp at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, during the height of the COVID pandemic. That was an interesting experience, to say the least. After all my training was complete, I returned to Minnesota where I reported to my first unit. Not too long after coming back, the governor had requested the support from the National Guard during the Derek Chauvin trial in 2021. Some time had passed and the National Guard had started to feel just like a part-time job. Then, in 2023, I had the unique opportunity to deploy with my unit to the southern border of the United States in assistance with Border Patrol in the state of Arizona. Serving in the military grants you with experiences you would have never thought possible. To today as we celebrate Veterans Day and honor the men and women who've taken oath to defend our great nation, I'd like to share a little bit about what that really means. The oath that all service members take is not about serving any one person or political party, but rather a dedication swearing to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, both foreign and domestic, and a dedication to the American people for which it was created. I've had people ask me how they can show their gratitude for our veterans, and to that the answer is simple. A handshake and a sincere thank you for your service is perfectly acceptable. To all of our veterans here today, thank you for your unparalleled sacrifice to our great nation. And to the rest of you, thank you for being the kind of Americans worth fighting for. To close, the freedoms we have in this country do not come free. They come at the price of individual courage and sacrifice. May God be with our veterans, as well as those currently serving, and God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, Curtis, for sharing your story, and thank you for your service to the country. We will now hear from the Watertown Mayor High School Symphonic Band as they play the Armed Forces Salute. Lonnie will state the branch as the band plays. Veterans and your family members, please stand if you are able when the song of your branch from the military is played.
you served in, whether during peacetime or wartime, whatever your job path or how many times you have served, stepping forward and committing yourself to service in the military was a brave and selfless act. Remember, veterans always put America first. Today, we put veterans first. In closing, the purpose of this program is to recognize all those among us who have been a part of the United States military. Our veterans and active duty service members, your service and sacrifice has kept our country safe and free. Veterans, please stand if you are able to be acknowledged with a round of applause for our appreciation of your service. At this time, audience, please stand for the retiring of the colors. I would ask the Legion members, honored veterans, and their families to follow the colors to the back of the gymnasium.
Forward, march. Dismissed.
Thank you to all of you for your attendance today. You are now dismissed. You should go back to your first block class with about 10 minutes left.
How far away was it? I just took is that. Okay, yeah, we want to take it. That's up here too.
No, Eric.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I don't know how effective I would be.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember how to tear all this down. So you just, every morning, now until Sunday? See what happens?
I gotta ask him again.
Yeah. Do they hunt then or not? Yeah. Oh, really?
Money stand.
Oh, okay. Gosh, that's nice.
I've never hunted before. So.
Yeah.